Hey guys, Lizardly here for Kind Thoughts Believe Day 2. So there's my progress from day 1. It's so cute. Love it. This one is like really small. Okay, well, so I might actually finish today because I literally all I have left is filling in the inside of the butterfly and then uh, making it into an FFO, or I don't know if I want to make this one a pillow as well. I might. Um, I'm like 95% sure I'll finish it today, so we'll see. Um, I sorry. I've been putting together a list of like 10 things you should know about Lizard Lee. And I'm thinking, because every time I go on YouTube, they're like, hey, you need to make a trailer for your new, or, for like new people viewing your channel. And I was just like, what else am I gonna do besides like, hi there, I'm Lizard Lee. I cross stitch, and I try to cross stitch every day because I love it so freaking much. Like, like what else am I gonna do besides that? And I think, trying to cover everything that, I get the most questions about would be really helpful. Like, for instance, telling everybody what this is in that video would be really important because I still get people asking me about it, and having a video where I tell you, hey, this is what it's called, this is where I bought it, this is the difference between the loops and threads. Is it loops and thread or loops and threads? Loops and threads one, and whichever version there is that doesn't do the 360. I don't remember who owns it. Is it Edmunds Crafts? I don't know. But like, things like that, oh hey, this is what my setup looks like if you ever want to know. And I just think that, hopefully that would cover the things that people ask me the most about, so I wouldn't have to constantly interrupt my videos and be like, oh hey, someone asked me this, so I'm just going to tell you now. Because I know I have a video, I think it's titled like, my craft stand that everybody asks about. But most people don't find it because it's not, like one of my most viewed or one of my most recent, versus if I did a trailer, it would be right there, wouldn't it? Isn't that like the first thing that pops up on someone's channel when you click it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of YouTube videos lately. I've been doing my best to get like long movies or TV shows, because if I watch a YouTube video, like, yeah, some of my videos are over an hour long. Most people's videos are like 5 to 15 minutes. And yes, I know lately a lot of mine haven't been longer than 15 minutes, and I apologize for that. But, so, I constantly have to lean over and, oh, which video do I want to watch next? Versus if I'm watching a movie, it plays for, an hour and a half. I don't have to touch anything. I watch some TV shows, they play for hours, and I don't have to touch anything. And it just, it distracts me less, so I don't have to constantly be moving over and messing with stuff. So, I apologize if you guys want me to be watching YouTube videos, because I'm trying to cross-stitch more. I don't remember where else I was going with that. I don't know. But hopefully I'll be getting that done eventually. I don't know if it'll happen today or not, or tomorrow, or like in a month. I don't know. I don't have all 10 yet. I'm missing like 2 more that I want to put on there, so we'll see. Yeah, so, like, be on the lookout for that if you're interested in those type of things that I'm questioned the most about. And I'm actually thinking of kind of like maybe like rebooting the cross-stitch knowledge videos, because they're like almost 2 years old. And now that, I'm a little more active in the YouTube community or the Flosstube community, I've learned, you know, like what FFO means. And I already knew what whip meant, so don't even. um, but, you know, like, I've also learned other ways to start the threads and, you know, like, I have collected more knowledge and I think it would help. And I will say, I've seen different videos and read different comments, and a lot of people are like really set on like only this, only this, only this, only this. And I mean, that's totally valid. That is perfectly valid. You're more than welcome to stick with that all you want. I mean, as the person who used hoops for like a decade and refused to try anything else, I totally understand. But I do think letting people know, you know, like, hey, you can do that this way, or this way, or this way, or this way, and it's perfectly valid, would be really nice. And my cross-stitch knowledge videos were made for new people who hadn't cross-stitched before, versus a lot of people who have watched it and commented have, and they're just like, oh, you said this wrong, or you should have said this and this and this and this. Which is totally okay, by the way. I know I'm going to get things wrong. I always will. I already have. So, life. And the internet. But I just think, you know, letting people know that there are different ways to do things, and you are allowed to do them different ways, would just be really nice for some people to hear. Like, I love cross-stitching. But I started in, like, the early 90s. Or, well, maybe in the mid to late 90s. Yeah, mid to late 90s, when the internet, like, wasn't really a thing yet. Or at least I hadn't, you know, done anything other than, oh, hey, my dad made me a YouTube email, or not YouTube, a Yahoo email, and that's where Lizard Lee was born. Boo! So, you know, like, I learned things the way my mom taught them, and the way I understood them from the different projects I'd gotten that explained how to do them, like this. Alright, so that's how I learned everything. I didn't learn it from the internet. I didn't have the opportunity to, you know, access all these different ways to learn all this stuff. Versus, you know, now, like, you don't know how to do something, you don't know what something is, Google it! But, if I had started cross-stitching in an environment where people were like, oh no, you have to do it this way, you have to use this, and you're only allowed to do this, I don't think I would like it as much. I constantly switch back and forth on my projects on, like, I use knots on this one. Yeah, I use knots on this one. And I don't use knots on this one, which is Magnificent Wizard. So, if people were like, you know, you are never allowed to use knots, like, I don't think I would have enjoyed it. Or, you know, I would have gotten the amount of love I have for it as I do right now if people had been so limiting with it. So, I'm worried that there are people out there who are told, you know, you have to use this and this and this and this. And, you know, like, it's above their level. You know, if you're beginning, you should be using 14 count. You should be using a really simple pattern. Like, if you hand this to a beginner, they're probably gonna quit. Like, I want to quit. It's black fabric. So, I think it's important to let people know, you know, like, there are different ways you can do things, and art is subjective. If you enjoy doing it the way you're doing it, do it that way. Like, you are allowed to. It's, you know, like, yeah, maybe if you do videos like me, people yell at you, oh my god, why are you using knots? You shouldn't be doing that. But if you're just starting out, you're probably not going to be doing YouTube videos, so people aren't going to be judging you like that. And I have to tell you, I have never had anyone come to my house and look at my cross stitches, and I have several throughout the house, by the way, and say, You use knots on this. Oh my god, you are so horrible. You're an amateur. I've never had anyone say that, okay? And I have had people come over who cross stitch, and they've never been able to tell if I use knots or not. So I keep going back to that with the knots because so many people are so judgmental about knots, and no one's been able to tell, so it's clearly not that big of an issue. Unless you guys are using like knots that are like massive or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think it would be nice to let beginners and even, old timers know, hey, you don't have to do it that way. You can do it this way too. It's perfectly valid. I've been ranting for 11 minutes about this. I'm passionate about it, all right? A big thing it makes me think of is in math class, some teachers would be like, the only way you are allowed to do this problem is option A. You're not allowed to use option B, even though option B still gives you the correct answer. It always drove me nuts when teachers did that. I had certain ones that were like, use whichever formula works for you, whichever pattern, whatever one you are able to remember easier and work with easier and get, correct more often, use that. I always prefer teachers that taught that way because, not everybody learns the same way. So the same formula and the same method may not work for everybody. And I have a degree in accounting, so, I'm all about math. And I'm also all about cross-stitching because I've loved it for so many years. And you shouldn't limit yourself. If you really, really like hoops, you should give frames and Q-snaps a shot because they're amazing. And I haven't used a hoop in a really long time. I think I used it for like 15 minutes when I did Tiger of the Heavens. And I can't remember the last time I used the hoop before then. And I used hoops for 10 years. So, frames all the way! Just branch out. Try new things. Learn new methods. But overall, what's most important is that you enjoy it. 12 and a half minutes. Believe in yourself! Believe! Okay, I'm going to go cross-stitch now. I apologize for the ranting. So there's not going to be much time for the narration in this one because my laptop restarted and I lost all the footage after I finished the cross-stitching. Ay, ay, ay. In The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's home? Pride Rock? In what Touchstone film must Dolores Van Cartier, played by Whoopi Goldberg, go to a convent to hide from her mobster boyfriend? Sister? No, the Sister Act. The Sister Act. Sorry, Sister was that TV show growing up with Tia and Tamara, the twins. But no, it's the Sister Act. It's good. It's funny. At what Disney theme park attraction can you hear the song Grim Grinning Ghosts? I'm going to assume that is the Haunted Mansion attraction. In Mary Poppins, who plays the feisty old banker, Mr. Dawes Sr.? What? Is that the guy that dies at the end? Is it also played by Dick Van Dyke? What character does he? Bert. That right? Isn't it the same actor? I think it is. I'm probably wrong. Dang it. On what Walt Disney World Resort attraction do guests plummet 52 feet at a 45-degree angle going up to 40 miles per hour? Is that the Haunted Tower of Terror? At a 45-degree angle. Wait a minute. No, that one's at a 90-degree angle. They go straight up. So, plummet 52 feet at a 45-degree angle going up to 40 miles per hour. Is that the water ride with the Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox and Brer Bear and all of them? Is it that one? I don't remember which ride that is. I don't know. The water ride. Okay, so the Pride Lands / Pride Rock. Sister Act, the Haunted Mansion attraction, Dick Van Dyke, who also plays Bert, and the Splash Mountain attraction. I'm pretty sure that's the one with Brer Rabbit, isn't it? I don't know. Ay. What does Jafar use to hypnotize the Sultan in the animated feature Aladdin? His staff. In the Touchstone film Heartbreak Hotel, what famous singer does Johnny Wolfe kidnap? Isn't that the one with Elvis? So I'm assuming Elvis Presley. In the Touchstone Pictures film Splash, what song from Song of the South does Tom Hanks sing? I don't remember, but I love the movie Splash. Actor Michael Crawford, who is well known for his role in The Phantom of the Opera, starred as Woody Wilkins in what Disney film? I don't know. Is that I can't even remember what it's called. I don't know. What is the name of the water tower at the Disney MGM Studios in Florida? Don't know. His snake staff, excuse me, his snake staff. Elvis Presley. Oh, Zippity Doo-Dah. I love that song. Condor Man. No, I wasn't even thinking of the right movie anyways. And the Earful Tower. Not Eiffel, Earfel. Earfel? So my laptop restarted. After I'd pretty much already finished. I was almost done cutting this out. I mean, I'm so pissed. I cut out the shape in cardboard because that's the shape I wanted it in. And I taped it down the way I wanted it. So, yep. And I'm going to put felt on the back. It's going to be just like one of my Christmas ornaments. So if you haven't seen my Christmas ornaments and you want to know how the hell I did this, I'll put like an annotation or something like right over here and you can click it and see how I made a bunch of the Christmas ornaments. And yeah, because I'm not going to take this all off and do it again because I just, no. I am so sick and tired of my laptop restarting. I literally wasn't doing anything other than recording, and I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, people always say, oh, you must have so much patience. Yeah, when it comes to something I enjoy like cross-stitching, when it comes to my internet being a little biatch, I don't have any patience. Like, I'm pretty much freaking done. All I have to do is glue this on, and I'm going to make a little hoop thingy-majiggy. I want to try and get some yellow, though. Or maybe I'll go like right here. What you doing, Tess? Baby. There we go. Pearl, what are you doing? Someone's car alarm is going off. I want to say I can't believe it, but I can, because it's just my luck. Like, you know? Why wouldn't it happen, right? And this is Craft Bond Tacky Glue, in case anybody was wondering. You know, if the glue will come out, that will be lovely. There we go. So I just, you know, put a bunch on because I want to make sure it stays. I just can't. Now I'm sure plenty of people are going to be like, you're using glue. What's wrong with you? It's a little tiny ornament, you guys. No one's gonna die. And if someone does because of this, that's a really, really weird way to die. But there it is. There is the completed Believe cross-stitch from the book Kind Thoughts. It's cute. Would have been cuter if you'd been able to see me actually make the whole thing. But, you know, my laptop doesn't think so. Because my laptop sucks. Yeah, I'm talking to you, laptop. There we go. And then it hangs. So, yep, and there's the back with felt. So lovely. It only took me 15 minutes to cut out the cardboard and then tape this around it. And it would have taken actually less time, but the first design I made with it was too big. And so I took the tape off, cut it down, put it back, put the tape off, cut it down, put it back. And by that, I mean I did the top wings and then the bottom wings. Until, you know, I like shaved it down to the size I wanted it, or cut it down, whatever. Like, I used the felt that I did for all my Christmas ornaments, because I have a ton of felt. I use cardboard that came from the back of a calendar. Like, every time I buy a calendar, there's always some kind of cardboard piece at the back to, you know, make sure it stays flat so it doesn't get bent and all that, so I just cut out a square. Well, actually, what I did, I can show you, so you'll have an idea. So I went around it, because this already, the design itself was already a little bit bigger than here, but I didn't want to cut it too close, and if you look on the back, I poked holes through the paper the whole way around. So I had that shape dotted on here, and then I cut along those dots, and then I shrunk it down as necessary. And if you see here, there's this bend. When I was making it, I had the middle right along that edge, so I just bent it in half and cut along there so they were the same shape. They didn't come out the same shape when I folded them, because, you know, nobody's perfect. But that cardboard is perfectly mirrored on the y-axis, the vertical axis. We'll just go with that. I don't remember which is which. So I kind of used like the pumpkin carving method, or at least the pumpkin carving method that I know. I don't know what you guys use. We have like little daughters. You put the paper on the pumpkin, and then you just poke holes through it. And then you take the paper off, and you have, you know, like a little saw, and you just along the dots. That's what I did here on cardboard. Yeah. I can't believe. The stupid laptop. So yeah, there was even less footage than I initially thought, because I knew I was going to finish today, and I knew it was going to be pretty quick, and it was even quicker because my laptop sucks. I'm actually not sure how much time I have in the footage here, so I'll go check, and then I'll let you guys know how long it took me. Okay, so it took me about 45 minutes to finish everything. Not too bad, but would have been nice if you could have seen all the footage from that 45 minutes. It almost looks like I have a butterfly on my hand. Like I'm so pale, or at least with the colors the brightness I have on my laptop right now. It just looks like it's one with my hand. What do you think, Tess? Do you like the butterfly? Tessa? Do you like the butterfly? She's looking at it like, do I look like I care? So, yeah. I'm might have time to do something else. I might not. I don't know. I'm going to go do the narration. So, as of right now, I don't work tomorrow. So you should get a Magnificent Wizard video tomorrow. But no guarantees because stuff always happens. Stuff always comes up. But, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.